The third force for change is the changing balance between demand and supply of raw materials. For most of the last century, food was in abundance, oil was subject to price peaks, and water shortages were localized. Mining for metals was not very profitable. All that has changed in this century. Water is increasingly in short supply. Partly this is due to changing rainfall patterns, partly due to population increase, and partly due to increased living standards. The red areas on the map show areas where water reaching the surface through rainfall is less than 0.4 of the demand. The areas of shortage span the globe, with Europe the exception in not having areas of severe water stress. This graph shows the climbing demand for energy in the non-OECD countries. There is no surprise in the green bar showing steeply climbing demand in non-OECD Asia equal to the other regions put together. One interesting set of demand bars are those for non-OECD Europe, i.e. Eastern Europe, including countries formerly in the USSR. The grey bar shows a demand of 50 units in 1990. This halved as Russia increased the prices and is not expected to reach 1990 levels again until 2020, a demonstration of the price elasticity of energy. This graph compares price rises in a number of raw materials between 2003 and 2007. It shows that food prices have risen less than 50% over this time, compared with a doubling in oil and trebling in metals prices. The rise in food prices is, however, very serious. The headlines have been grabbed by the West. Similar graphs showing increases in the prices of basic foodstuffs has appeared in the European press. Of course, it is of concern if the price of breakfast goes up by 15 to 20% in a year, but the effect is much more serious in low-income countries. In a country like Bangladesh, Nigeria or Afghanistan, where more than 60% of the household income goes on food, a rise in food prices, particularly staples, can totally wreck attempts to develop the economy, as money meant for schools or housing or transport or electricity goes on food.